That's the place it goes. That's the place it goes. I feel it in my sleep. That's the place it goes. Oh yeah. You're really something today, aren't you? You're really something. What am I gonna do with you like this? What am I supposed to do? Here. I mean, really. What do you want me to do? I just wonder. I mean, it's up to you, isn't it? Where things go from here. I mean, if you refuse treatment, if you refuse my help, there's really nothing I can do to help you. Stay with me. I need support. Open up the places I got hurt. Oh, yeah, I can see that. Let me just check something here. Wow. You alright? Can you see in there? The inside of your eye looks really, really raw. I don't know if I can help you. I see a lot of calcification. I can try. I have this laser light, but I don't know if it can help you or not. You're definitely going to need some therapy. Physical therapy for this. Wow. You've got some serious calcification problems. I don't think I've ever seen anything quite this bad before. Let me try something here. Yeah. Yeah. When did this problem start? I wouldn't doubt that. So it was right out of college then? I have heard of that. We're definitely going to have to take a sample. Now it's invasive and it can be painful. So I'm going to spray you with a topical antiseptic. Mm-hmm. I'm not a big fan of invasive treatments for medical issues, especially when it deals with the human brain. It's such an uncharted territory. I really am not comfortable with it, but I believe in your case it's warranted. Now, I know this is going to look scary, but I promise you, you won't get harmed. This blade is very sterile. We're going to make a very small incision. Very small. There we go. Right about there on your eye. Okay. I have to take some very accurate readings and measurements on your eye. Hold still. Mm-hmm. Hold still. As best you can. Okay. I know it's nerve-wracking. I know it's difficult. Hold still. There you go. Okay. Don't worry. This looks very, very ugly, but it's the only way. We've got to capture a tiny little sample. The calcification has progressed. Have you been staring at the sun? I know this new age malarkey's floating around about staring into the sun to decalcify your pineal gland, but you do know that that's pseudoscience at its best. Let me get one more sample. Hold still, hold still. Right there's where I want it. Got it. So this gets the chemical reaction going. Okay. That confirms my suspicions. You're definitely going to need some work done on that eye. There are light rays from the sun that can help your mind with the vitamin D and other nutrients, but the harm far outweighs the good that you can receive from staring directly into the sun for any amount of time. You need nutrients introduced to the body in the proper levels and also the proper through the proper systems, digestion, excuse me, injection. Now this is going to be a little tenuous, and I know you're going to get frightened, but I'm going to have to pull your eyeball out of your head. And by removing your eyeball, we'll be able to penetrate through the skull and repair your pineal gland. Okay. I have a micro camera that we're going to use once we get a space behind the eye. I know this looks archaic, but believe me, you will be completely fixed when the procedure's over, and there will be no lasting harm to your vision or the structure around the eye. Now we've got to spread that area, and then we've got to get that out. There it is, right into my hand. Okay, and we're going to lay that down right here. Okay, and now let me take a good look with this light. Hold still as possible. Ah, there we go. That's right, you can still see the light. That's the beauty of it. Your mind still picks up the light through the optic sensor in your head. Yeah. Well, I can check, but I think the other eye's just fine. Yeah, as I suspected. Your other eye is perfect. I can check it if you want. Okay. Now we're going to feed this camera into your eye. And through into your head and the cavity of your cranium. Almost in. All right. We're definitely in. Okay. Try to hold as still as possible. I think that incision, is definitely in the right spot. Let me get some light on that, just so I can see better. Okay, we've definitely penetrated the cranial cavity. Definitely can see. Now, using my monitor here, I'm checking right now. It's like a little tiny robot inside your mind. Okay. We need to add on to the robotic arm. I have to attach this extension to it. We have to penetrate just a little further. Right about there. Okay, let me check my monitor. Please don't move. Don't move. Right there. I think we have it. Okay. Yes, I'm right on the pituitary gland. Okay, now what we're going to do now is we're going to introduce a biological solution to the pineal gland now that I can access it. Now, you're going to have to stay as still as possible while we do this procedure. I have the solution ready. Now, we're going to pass it along the same path as the camera. Okay, hold still. Hold still. We're going very deep I know you can feel it. I know you can feel it inside your skull. Hold still. We're almost there. I'm going to introduce this now. I'm pressing it in place. It's fluid. I'm moving it around, coating the outside of the calcified pineal gland. Hold still. I know this seems barbaric, but it's the best way. Science knows. Okay. I need to get some light on that. Let me pull my tool back out. Okay. And I can pull the camera back a little bit out of your head. I need to be able to see better. Okay. Oh, wait. Just hold still. Perfect. I see new tissue growth around the pineal gland. Okay. All right, let's get that camera out. That's really all there is to it. It's the simplest of procedures. And one more. The actual camera itself, I'm pulling it out of your head. Now we've got to replace your eye. It's in a fluid to help it regrow the tissue. We're going to cut away some of that scar tissue. And let me wipe that out of there. I want to get all that out of there. Just want to check. Okay, we're still on target. Let's get that eyeball put back inside. Now this is a very easy procedure. Basically, I need you to hold still while I pop the eye back in place. There we go. Okay, hold still. There you go. Wonderful. Perfect. Can you please follow this light with both eyes? They're both tracking very well. There you go. Now this side. Can you track it? Track the light. Track the light. There you go. Very good. How does that feel? Well, I know it's uncomfortable. I'm going to give you a small injection into your arm to help speed the healing process. And yes, I think we're getting there. Okay, now I'd like to take a small sample like we did before. Off the edge of your eye. Just a small swab. Perfect. 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 I have to get one more sample to confirm the first reading. So hold as still as possible. Right off the edge of your eye. Do you feel okay? pain at a minimum. It's confirmed. The procedure was a success. Wonderful. Now let's make sure. Now with my eye and this measuring device, I just want to make sure that we got your eye in the right position. Yeah, measuring right. And now the left side. Okay, it looks very good. I don't like to just say, oh, it was a success. But I do believe it is. I'm going to use this small hooking session. Get in there and there. That seals up with a little bit of glue. Just a little bit of super glue to get that tissue all to bond around your eye. Okay. All right, very good. Well, we always knew, putting my tools away, we always knew that when we combined human genetic information with mechanical automatons, robots like yourself. We knew when we created android creatures like yourself, there was going to be problems. We knew that going in. But unlike the human body, this is just a sensor reading. This is going to help stimulate some growth in that area from the surgery. We always knew that combining these materials would simplify repairs, but it doesn't always work to our advantage. Sometimes the human aspects of your matter, your body, don't line up properly with the mechanical, non-biological parts of your system. Just moisturizing your skin. I mean, genetically speaking, you're 99% human. It's that 1% that makes you different. But I think it makes you special. Your skin is so dry. I really feel for you because you don't have the natural body oils that a human being has, and your skin is so dry. You really need more moisturizing. You need to do it on a nightly basis so you don't get that ashen look to your skin, that dandruff and that flaking. It will make you look a lot more. Makeup won't really add oil to your skin, so you need to add some kind of moisturizing oil or cream to your skin to help it retain some of its suppleness so you don't get that cracking. Yes. I'm very worried about you. And we're going to talk about that for a minute. You know, a lot of times, people forget that when you go to a doctor, you're going there for healing. That's true. But sometimes you're going there for healing of the mind, the spirit. Now, it's very clear to me that you're troubled. You've had troubles, depression, fear, anxieties. I can see it etched in your face, the worry lines. You're not even close to my age, and you look as old as I am. You've got all the world's worries on your shoulders. Why is that? Why are you doing that to yourself? Do you think you really deserve that? I'm looking you right in the eyes, and I'm asking you, do you really think that you need to carry around all the world's problems on your shoulders? What people do in another country halfway around the world, is that your fault? Should it even be your concern? I mean, we do have governments, authorities, militaries, and we pay a huge amount of expenses for these services to protect us. So when they fail, it is troubling. When they concede the battlefield to the enemy, it's frightening. But in the end of the day, could you have done anything different to change that outcome? No. No, you couldn't. So to sit there and punish yourself with a horrible night's sleep and worry, it's not going to help anything. Part of being human being is being human, and human beings make mistakes. They make horrible, horrible mistakes. They hurt each other on a daily basis. And there's no end to it. You apologize to one human to the right, at the same time you're punishing and hurting another human being to the left. It's the nature of being human. I'm neither ashamed or proud, or I don't love or hate my fellow man. I would say I'm more apathetic. I'm very apathetic. People tend to make situations worse, much worse, before they tend to make them better at all. And this is because we're human. We make stupid decisions, unwise decisions, and quite frankly, we make mistakes on a constant basis. And we know it. We know it when we're doing it, usually, that we just made a horrible, horrible mistake. And we're ashamed of ourselves. There's only so much you as a creature on this planet. And I do believe you're one of God's creations, not man's. I believe that this universe was created. We were created from it. And you are a progress of that. You are an extension of our creation. Yes, we created you as an android life form, a combination of biological and non-biological mechanical matter. But isn't a baby born from a mother? Wasn't I born from my father? My father didn't bear me to the world. My mother did, but he was there. He's part of my creation, as much as your father and mother were part of your creation. You just came to the earth in a different way. And we introduced you to creation in a different way. And I'm really proud of you. And I'm proud of your father. I am. I'm proud of your father. And I'm proud of your mother. She's a beautiful woman. She brought out something in your father that he lost. Without Maria, the automaton, the first creation, the Eve of this new Genesis, this new Garden of Eden that we have built, you wouldn't be here today. And though Baron Nosferatu is a demonic undead, he was still able to sire you as a child by sharing his genetic information with Maria. And everybody saw you as a blasphemy, an abhorrent creation. But we didn't, did we? My fellow scientists and I saw you as a chance. A small, slim chance. And instead of relegating your creation to simple fear, we brought you wonderment, joy, the excitement of a new creation. We brought all these things to you. And we don't get medals for that. We don't get Nobel Prizes for secret projects that are off the books. Black projects, they call them. Skunk works. Stinky, behind the scenes, hidden, ugly, disgusting projects. They relegate us right along with you. And they don't want to see the parts of the world that are out there in place to protect them, so they can get that good night's sleep, that rest. And that's where we come back with you. There's nothing you can do about your situation in the world that you live in any more than they can. But you can help each other. When you do good works, when you help people, when you save lives, you are in a way putting back into the system, changing it tiny bits at a time. And it's possible that you can make a difference in your life. We all know someone who is marginal, on the edge, that's not right with society, not right with civilization, and unhappy with it. We know someone like that, each and every one of us, through their politics and their religion, their beliefs, and their wisdom. This is not the world they want to live in. They want to change it. They want to punish the world. They want to harm the world. They don't see the world through your eyes. Those beautiful, innocent, hopeful eyes. Those troubled eyes. They don't see the world that way. They see them through a world smeared, blurry, troubled, full of uncertainty and hate. And they don't want to see the world in a different way. No. They want to keep seeing the world that way. Because they hate the world. They hate everything about it. They despise it because they can't see anything different than what they see in front of themselves in the mirror every day. Anything different is evil to them. Abhorrent, blasphemic, work of the devil, to be destroyed, to be wiped out. But you, as a creature of darkness and light, the child and offspring of combined hybrid science, you have to make a choice. Are you going to follow the path of your father and be a creature of the undead? Are you going to follow the evil machinations of your mother to seduce men, to ruin their lives, to be a creature of the government, an arm of the government? Or are you going to be the creature that they really fought against their own natures to come together to produce a creature of hope, their hope, that you would leave the evil and darkness behind of your father, the evil and darkness, the machinations of men and machines behind you from your mother, and give them the hope that they dreamed of when they created you, that you would bring hope, their son, their child, into this world. Love, as simple as it is, all of this hate, all of this pettiness, all of this evil that men do, chipping away at each other, chipping away at each other's minds and bodies and souls, the bombs, the guns, the knives, the violence, hitting each other with rocks and stones and sticks and mud, and burying each other up to their necks in the filth of humanity, coming from all different sides. Is this the world you want? Or do you want to bring hope and light and beauty and strength, even in the worst of the worst, the evilest of evils? The great artists have always found the beauty and the suppleness of the form, the figure, the body, the mind, the spirit. And you say, how can you find beauty in evil and beauty in the devil, beauty in heaven, beauty in hell? It's all there. It's all connected. You just have to decide what part you want to see, what part you want to be. What part do you want to be in all this? I'm counting on you. I really am. On deciding on the side of good and hope and love. When it's all said and done, there is hope in this world, or we're done. And there is love. The love that your parents gave you, bringing you forward in that moment in time, combining all of the different parts, all of the different molecules sliding together in a perfect synchronization, in a perfect form to create you. There is only one time, one day, one moment in all of time, recorded time, that you, as you are right now today, could have been created. And you're here. You're right here. Looking at me right now. And that, in this vast, huge, unbelievably massive in scope universe, makes you very, very unique and very, very special. You are special. You are unique. And you give me hope. The decision is yours. Please don't let me down. I have to go now. I have to leave you for a while. But don't forget that hope. Okay? Remember it from me, at least. As I was taught, then I teach you. I will return. But until then, this is your friend, Dr. Andrew Michaels. And I wish you the most blessed of days. Thank you.